Merry Christmas. I'm Bishop Randall Drake. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. When we reread the Christmas story recorded in Matthew and Luke, we are reminded of the characters, the plot, and the setting that are familiar to us 2 millennia later. But for those involved in the birth of the Messiah, Jesus Christ, the events and happenings of that time were anything but familiar. Think about it. They were in the middle of history, the fulfillment of prophecy, the narrative of an eternal decision. These Christmas individuals were not the main character in the story, and yet each of them played an important part in pointing us to the reason for the season, the one whose birth, life, death, and resurrection changed everything for the world, Jesus. So imagine yourself as these: Zechariah and Elizabeth living in the shadow of unfulfilled longings. Mary, a young Jewish woman about to marry a man she probably didn't know very well and found herself visited by an angel with an almost unbelievable message. Joseph, an ordinary man in an ordinary village with an ordinary vocation, who found himself with a pregnant fiancée, a perusing community, and a providential God. Simeon and Anna, 2 hoping, watchful, and faithful worshipers waiting for the Messiah. Shepherds, minding their mundane business, watching the sheep, then visited by a solitary angel followed by a legion of angels who then go and tell. Wise men, outsiders from a foreign land who journey to find a king. Or finally, on the ancestral list of Jesus that includes some very surprising names: travelers, kings, a prostitute, a murderer, adulterers, shepherds, exiles, liars, deceivers, an ark builder, and the very first man, as we remember the first coming while waiting with hope for the second coming, this time of Advent. Let us celebrate Christmas knowing that we are part of the Christmas story now as we live out the message of hope, peace, joy, and love. Abundant blessings to you, your family, and friends. Joy to our world, peace and goodwill to all men, and Merry Christmas.